Hello fam, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So the process of making this video was actually a little bit complicated. I could not find the right angle. I tried outside but the sun was too bright, so I eventually went into my room. It was untidy. I had to clean. Oh, it was just crazy guys, but I had to put everything in order so that this video could be a success. So I put some flowers right there and then we can begin. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm really excited about today's video because I just hope that it's gonna help someone out there. My name is Joanne and I'm a Cameroonian YouTuber based in South Africa. And during my time here in South Africa, I have studied, I have worked, and now I'm doing my PhD. But during this period of time, which is a 13-year period of time, I have found myself doing a lot of side hustles or businesses that have helped me get through, adding additional income when I was a student and when I was working as well full-time. So these are a compilation of ideas. Some of them I've tried, some of them I've not yet tried, but I feel as though they have a lot of potential to be successful. So I just want to share with you guys these different things that I have personally done and things that I recommend that can be done as well to generate extra income. Now, the reason why I specifically chose to make it African business ideas or ideas that can be done on the African continent is because when you search on YouTube most times for business ideas, some of the ideas that are out there on YouTube we can't actually fully implement in some African countries. For example, you have your drop shipping. A lot of YouTubers, when they want to talk about business ideas, they speak about drop shipping, and I'm like, yo, there's a lot of African countries where the logistics of just delivery alone of goods and services is not quite there. So doing drop shipping with Amazon is just something that might not even work. And a lot of other ideas as well on YouTube involve a lot of internet usage. For example, teaching English to Asian countries, which is a brilliant idea, but some people genuinely cannot afford the data or the Wi-Fi to spend hours teaching online. So I had to come up with ideas that are so easy to implement, that anybody can implement without little or no experience and without little or no capital as well. Stuff that we do on a regular basis, but then how we can actually channel them into creating income for ourselves. So these are the ideas I'm going to be sharing with you guys today, 10 of them. Watch to the very end and make sure you comment down below to let me know which idea you're going to try. Alright, so the first business idea is genuinely something that I feel like it is a high need, but people don't really realize that this is a high need. And why do I say this? Because I found myself in the situation before where I was needing this particular service, but there was no one that could offer it in my entire area, and that is becoming a personal shopper. And when I say personal shopper, I'm not really meaning going and shopping for people's clothes, like shopping for clothes in the boutique. I'm meaning more like a personal grocery shopper. So what it entails is basically that you are going to market your service to shop for other people's groceries. So let's say, for example, 3 times a week you feel that you are free, you have time on your hands. Trust and believe me guys, there are so many people out there who do not have the time to go and shop in the market, to go and shop in the shopping mall. They just wish that there was someone who could literally take their grocery list, go and buy for them and bring it to their homes. And hello, that does not require any skill or expertise. It just needs you to know how to go to the shop, buy items and come back. So what you can do then is to put a fixed rate as to how much you will be paid for that particular service, and then obviously the person who wants you to go shop for them will give you the money that they require for you to go and do that particular task. Obviously this is a little bit easier when you start within your community or within your neighborhood. Maybe if you stay in a particular neighborhood where you know a lot of people, you can just market yourself. It could even be on your WhatsApp group, it could be on maybe your neighborhood meeting or something of that sort. In South Africa you have what is called Stokvels, in Cameroon you have what is called Njangi, but it's basically where a platform where you can market your service and say, hey, I'm available on Mondays, Wednesdays and Tuesdays. If you need somebody to go and shop for you, I am available. You might think that people will not really want that particular service, but trust me guys, when I was doing online lecturing earlier this year, I was home majority of the time recording my lectures, trying to do my PhD on the side. I was literally up here with work. I could not even leave my house. It was crazy, and most of the time I also felt very tired because of the amount of work that I was doing. So I literally used to wait until my fridge was extremely empty before I went to go and shop, and that's because I just did not have the energy to do it. But imagine the difference it will make if you are the only one in your neighborhood as an individual, which is even more trusting, to say that, okay, I'm going to offer this goods and service. And why will people trust you? Because you are within that neighborhood. They will perhaps know where you stay, or they will perhaps know who you are within the group that you market yourself, and they can hold you accountable in that, and that way you make extra income. So yes guys, first idea is becoming a personal shopper. So the second idea, again, is something that we all know how to do. It does not require any money for you to start up, just like the personal shopper doesn't really require you to put any capital as such. This idea as well doesn't really require you to put in any capital, and that is caring for the elderly. Guys, we live in a day and age where people are becoming increasingly busy. It's sad, but it's true. And some people are not available 24/7 to stay with their grandparents or to stay with their elderly in their family. So a lot of the time, the elderly people are left on their own, literally for the whole day. They are alone in the house, and most of them are even on medication. Most of them need extra help. Most of them just need somebody to be there, maybe to take them from inside to outside, to have some sunshine, come back inside. Basically someone that can actually go and keep company with the elderly and help them do basic things, maybe feed them, maybe give them water, help them around the house if they need one or two things. This particular idea, obviously, it depends on where you are. It could work if you market yourself well, and if there is a target audience for people that have elderly in the community that they are not able to care for. Yo guys, it's so hot today. I'm literally sweating. It's so hot. Anyway, so our third idea, similar to the first idea, again, it is a skill that we all have. Majority of us know how to do this, and that is cooking. But I am not meaning go and open restaurants in your house. I am not meaning go and start cooking for the masses. No. This is being a personal chef. Similarly to people who do not have time to shop. Guys, there are people who do not have time to cook. There are people that they are so busy. Sometimes even if they are not busy, they just don't want to or do not have the time to cook. And if you are someone who enjoys cooking, but you don't know how to start doing anything that could actually bring you income, what about becoming a personal chef? Create a beautiful menu of what you are able to cook. Guys, with WhatsApp and Facebook, it's so easy to market things. Just put it out there on your WhatsApp story, share it to your contacts, share it. Even if you think people don't want to see it, you'll be surprised. Share it to all your contacts, share it on Facebook, and it will surprise you that there are people there that would look at that menu and they will say, okay, on Wednesday next week, please come to my house and cook jollof rice. Because the idea of a personal chef is that ideally you will cook in the home of the person that is wanting your services. But if that person is not comfortable with you coming to cook in their home, then they can make the finances available for you to go get those items, cook it, and then bring it to their house. But you will have to agree with that person on the dish that they want, the day that they want it, and then they will provide the money for you to go and buy the ingredients, cook it, and bring it back home. So that way, it does not require any capital from you. All it needs is just your ability to cook. And there are so many people out there and they don't have time to cook. They want to eat exactly what they want to eat, and they will be willing to pay someone for that. The fourth idea is for you to create a class based on your skill that you have. And this is not a class as in sitting in a classroom. No, this could just be a WhatsApp masterclass. You've seen a lot of YouTubers of late. Sisiyemi has done it. I think there's a Nigerian YouTuber called Etetim who has also done it. Nello KK. These are just YouTubers that I know that have done YouTube masterclasses. But the idea is to use a skill that you have to create a class. It can be a WhatsApp class or whatever platform you feel comfortable with, and people will pay you to learn your expertise. It could be singing. If you are good at singing, you can offer voice training. If you are good at sewing, offer a class. If you are a good cook, there are many men out there who don't know how to cook. There are many women out there who don't know how to cook, and that's something you do effortlessly. Come on, do a class. Even if it's just a test run. It's all right, this weekend I invite 3 people to come and learn how to cook jollof rice. trust me, people will come. Even if you charge just a small fee to begin with, when you see how good it's going, then you can continue to do other classes, whatever skills you have, market them. And trust me guys, this is something that could really create income from you without actually requiring you to put in any capital apart from your skill and your expertise. This next idea is not for the faint-hearted, because this is one that I have done before. And man, guys, yo. All right, so this next idea is starting a thrift store. Now, this is one that would require you a little bit of capital, but I did it before, and honestly, the capital was not so much because thrifted clothes, as they are known in America, you know, they use a fancy name, thrifted clothes, are what we call okrika in Cameroon, and I'll try to find out what it's called in other countries, but it's basically second-hand clothes, and they are inexpensive if you get them in bulk. And then you obviously have to mark up the price based on the quality of the clothes and how much life you can bring back to the clothes. Let me explain how this works. So basically, when I was doing my community service year as a registered dietitian in Johannesburg, I was earning a very good salary, but I just wanted to explore other things because I love clothes. I love thrifted clothes myself. So I was like, why not just start a business? So I went and I located a store that sold secondhand goods in bulk, and I decided to buy a couple of items and start up a whole entire brand. I went on Instagram, I did the whole logo, I did a photo shoot, guys. I'm going to show you the pictures and videos. I went all out. It was so cool. And what I did was I revived these clothing items. So some of them, the buttons were out, for example. Some of them were so dirty. Some of them just needed like some touch-ups, you know. I had to take them to the dry cleaners. There's a lot that I had to do to revive those clothes back to life. And after I did that, I had to pump in some packaging, okay? When I say packaging, I made it to look as though this clothing item, you can buy it from Truworths, you can buy it from Woolworths, you can buy it from, I don't know, Prada, Gucci, or whatever. I made it to look on point. So whenever anybody sees a clothing item, they could never even imagine that this is a second-hand clothing item. So that's what I'm talking about. If you want to do thrifted clothes and really do it and stand out, it is to take it as a brand, not just selling second-hand clothes. Make a brand out of it. First of all, I was by myself. I started this business in my room alone, and I was taking my photos on my cell phone. I even just put like a little bed sheet at the back of my room at the time. Then I put the self timer. I'll run and I'll go and stand behind and take the photo, run and come back in front, check if it is okay. I kept on doing that for all the different clothing items. And then after some time, I asked my sister's friends if they would like to take photos with my thrifted clothes. So that's what you guys can do as well if you have second-hand clothing items. Don't just, because what I see a lot of people do is that they will take the thrifted clothes, they'll just put it on the hanger, snap a photo, post it, and then it's just like, okay, you think that people will buy. Sometimes they do, but it makes a whole lot of difference when you have people wear your clothes and personalize it. That way it makes it even look more buyable. Like, I want to buy what that girl is wearing. It did so well. Right now I don't really post anymore because the business actually began to do so well to the point that I did not have time to actually continue with it. The orders became too much for me to keep up with, so I eventually had to just, after I sold the last couple of stuff, I then rounded up the store. So our sixth business idea, okay, this is not sixth, this is fine. So our sixth business idea has got to do with creating a WhatsApp tutor group. This year, I think a lot of us have realized that there are some things that we thought were impossible before that have become possible because of the coronavirus, and that is learning online. I have family, cousins in Cameroon that actually study for their GCE on WhatsApp, as in they had WhatsApp classes to be able to actually revise for their GCE exams. So WhatsApp has become a powerful tool that could actually be used to teach people. So if you are good at a particular subject, let's say for example, you know a language that a lot of people do not know how to speak. Basic things that you can do, like a basic, words or basic things that you could say, and have a WhatsApp class where you teach them how to speak this particular language. Or if you are good at maths, for example, there are so many children who struggle with maths, and then there are so many parents who struggle with actually helping their children do their maths homework. So because of the coronavirus, a lot of children or a lot of parents do not want their children to begin to go to tutor places, because they will go meet so many other children there or so many other parents, and you don't even know what could mix up. So a lot of parents are actually preferring the children to just be tutored from home. Now that's an opportunity. I wanted to take you guys to the back to complete the video, but the sun seems too harsh. The seventh business idea, I think we are on number 7, Yes, I think we are on number 7. So the seventh business idea is becoming a soap maker. Now, this might sound a little bit crazy, but did you know that you can make your own soap at home? I know. So a couple of months ago, a friend of mine actually sent me a message, and she was like, Joanne, I make soaps. I don't know if you'll be interested in trying different flavors of soap. Can we say flavors? The soap has flavors, but basically different ingredients that could be used in soap. And she was asking me, like, do I want avocado oil soap or do I want carrot oil soap? And I was like, oh, this is actually a really nice idea. To have soap personalized to your kind of preference in terms of smell or in terms of ingredients could be really nice, especially if you have sensitive skin and you don't really like using these commercial soaps that can be honestly quite harsh, I must say. It could be nice to actually purchase your own soap. Now, I know that this requires a little bit of startup, but the returns could be really good, and the ingredients in making soap are actually not that many. So this also does not require a lot of expertise. Why am I saying this, guys? There are millions. When I say millions, okay, not millions, millions is an exaggeration, but there are a lot of YouTube videos that teach on how to make soap. Whether you are a beginner, you are an expert, or you have never even known that soap could be made, there is a YouTube video out there for you, and I'm going to put some on the screen for you guys to go check out. Like, there are so many videos teaching people how to make soap. All you need to do is to go. When you watch, within the first 10 minutes, you even already know what to do. You locate these ingredients, you start making your soap, and obviously before you start, you do a little bit of marketing. Maybe ask in church, are there people in your church group? Are there people in your neighborhood? Are there people wherever you are that might be interested in buying soap? Then you make your products and you sell. Sometimes if you make your products and you actually stay in the neighborhood where they have a grocery store or a local store, you could perhaps go and ask them if they will stock some of your soap and get obviously a percentage of the sales. So that's an idea, guys, making your own soap and selling it. This friend of mine who sold me the soap, right, she packaged it inside this box. It was just so pretty. So like, you could say, okay, everybody's selling soap, their business is already saturated, but what makes a difference is how you package yourself, how you market yourself, how you brand yourself. People really pay attention to those little things and they will buy. Now, this next idea is not for the faint-hearted. I like the way I'm holding this tripod, like I'm trying to make a point. This next idea is not for the faint-hearted, but I really believe it could work if done right. If done well, it could work. So let's talk about it. This idea depends on where you are on the African continent and also which resources you have, and that is laundry, washing clothes with our hands, or offering a laundry service. This sounds a little bit daunting when you think about it, like, okay, I'm going to be washing people's clothes every day or like every weekend. Is that not too much? That's labor now. Joanne, you're asking us to do labor ourselves. We are not slaves. So that's not what I am saying. Oh, that's not what I am saying. There are some African countries, let's say like South Africa, for example, almost everybody has a washing machine, but obviously in your rural areas, they don't really have washing machines as such, not everybody. There are some African countries where it is very difficult for a whole neighborhood, for everybody in the neighborhood to have a washing machine. So there are a lot of African countries where laundry is still done by hand, which is perfectly okay. Some people, even I myself, actually prefer when I'm able to wash my clothes by hand than the washing machine, because sometimes the washing machine just doesn't do justice to the cleaning, And you could have a group of friends. Now, I'm not saying do it alone. Think about the concept of car washing. When people do wash cars, they do it in groups, right? So you can have a group of friends, maybe 2 or 3 friends, and if it depends what area this is, because I know there are some very urban areas where this is not possible. But if you know someone in a rural area or in an area where they could perhaps need this idea, it could be nice to share it with them. So you could have a group of 3 friends or whatever, and they create a business of doing laundry in their community or in their town, where okay, every weekend or every day, it depends how available they are, they actually go to these people's homes, or these people bring their clothes to them and they wash the clothes for a fee. You don't require any skill, you don't require any capital, but you are just using your physical strength and you're using your ability to wash clothes, and you will make money. Now this is where things get interesting. If you do it often enough, package yourself well, put a good pricing there, after a period of time you could actually save up enough money to buy a washing machine. And if you are in a rural area or in a suburban kind of an area in Africa where they actually do not have lots of washing machines there, now you could be the only person or the only 2, 3, 4 people in that area that has a washing machine, where your client base that you have already built by washing their clothes by hand, they will now know that you have elevated, you have upgraded to a washing machine. So then you will be able to do a whole lot more clothes and have a whole lot more money and continue building your business. After that one washing machine has brought in income, you could buy the second washing machine. After the second washing machine, the third washing machine. A lot of these laundry businesses, they started in this way. Some people have the capital. If you have the capital to buy a washing machine straight away, perfect. But do your research and your marketing to see if it's something workable in your area. So this idea, really, it could be a great idea. It just depends on the location, it depends on the determination and hard work. If the person that you're going to share this idea with, or that you want to do yourself, is really serious and wants to do it, it could really be workable. Because people will always have dirty clothes, people will always want their clothes to be washed, people will always wash clothes every single week. We are on our 9th idea. I hope that you guys are finding this helpful so far. If there's any idea that you have heard so far that you feel like you will implement, or you will tell somebody else to implement, please, if it has been helpful, like this video so that more people, because the thing with YouTube is, when you like a video, when you leave a comment, YouTube actually recommends it to other viewers, so it allows this video to be seen by a wider range of people, which is exactly what we want, because we want to enable ourselves to become financially sustainable. We want to enable ourselves to become, financially independent in one way or the other, and not only depend on jobs or depend on things that might go, but our skills will always remain with us. So please share this, please like, please comment, so that this video can blow. Alright guys, so our 9th idea is, this idea though is not so much like that you don't require capital, because you actually do require an asset, and that is a car. This idea is starting a lift club. So obviously not everyone can do this idea. I myself, I don't have a car, but I said this particular idea because of the reason that I don't have a car. If there was a lift club around my area, I would honestly have committed to that lift club and be willing to pay. Lately, I don't really feel comfortable using Ubers and Taxifys. Like, there's just a lot of insecurity in South Africa at the moment. It's a lot. If you have a car and you are driving that car every day by yourself, that's money that you are throwing down the drain. Obviously, if you don't want to, you don't have to. But if you feel as though it is something you can do, and if you are looking for other means to just up your income, then it's a way. I mean, you have 4 spaces in your car, in front, 2 behind, plus yourself, that's 4. So why not use the extra seats, and make some income as you go about your day? Let me catch my breath. So our final idea, which I think is, actually I don't have a favorite though, but I think this idea is something that it requires a passion for it, because not everybody can do it, and that is starting an ushering service. This is again something that it does not require some superior expertise, but just having the ability to usher. Now, there are some African events like weddings, birthday parties, baptisms and things like that, where they always have ushers at those events, and a lot of people actually just use their family to usher. But I've realized that lately, as time goes on, people actually don't mind paying for an ushering agency to come in and do all the work because they want their family to enjoy. They want their friends to enjoy without having to be the ones doing the ushering. So essentially, the point of having an ushering agency or having a group of friends, because this is how you can start it, this is the idea on how to now start it, or people you know that are good with interpersonal skills. You market yourself as people who are able to provide an ushering service during events. So if you have a friend that has a birthday party or whatever, you and your team can now come in and usher the event for the day. So making sure that the guests have been served, making sure that the guests have food, making sure that there's a knife for the cake to be cut. You will be the one to basically enable that event has the logistics it needs to be successful. Now it depends on the level of how deep you want to go in this, because don't mistaken this for events management. No, don't mistaken this for events planning. No, this is just you going in and making sure that people have eaten, making sure people have drunk, and then maybe, for example, at the end of the event, making sure that everywhere has been cleaned, the plates have been washed, the home or the venue has been cleaned, and things like that. So it really depends. This ushering idea, it could go far if you want it to go far. There will always be an event to attend in an African country. We have reached the end of this video. Guys, I really, truly, genuinely hope that these ideas are helpful. Comment down below which one you would try. My mind, you see, I'm always constantly thinking of ideas, ways to just spread my wings and see what's out there. I do not believe so much in sticking to your qualification only, because those things you can be waiting that you get one job or the other. If it does not count, you need to be able to use what's around you to make ends meet. So I really encourage, if you have a skill, if you know anything that could be done, just try. The worst that could happen is that you will fail, but it doesn't require much capital. Some of these ideas don't even require any capital at all. So try and see if it works. You really never know. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Again, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.